these two up. What's going on, guys? So about 2 months ago, I picked up this trailer you see behind me here. And inside, Gunner, inside is a U.S. Legends car. Now, it's a 5/8 scale 1930s style NASCAR. Uses a motorcycle motor. If you guys don't know about them, you're about to learn a whole bunch. I don't know a lot, but we're going to figure it out together. I'm super excited to try and go through this thing. This trailer has been sitting fully loaded with a crashed car inside for about 12 years. So we're going to open it up today and see what's inside. So I'm going to guess that a lot of you guys are following over from my Instagram page where we used to do some off-road Ultra 4 style racing, a little bit of desert racing with a Ford Ranger we built. But due to a little back injury and obviously, you know, being into motorsports in general, I decided to try something out, check something else out, see what else is out there. So I drove down to Southern California. It ended up being a 24-hour trip, which during the journey made me think that it would have been super fun to get on video. So we're going to do this whole thing on video and just see what happens. It was me, drove down to Southern California. I left my house at 2:30 in the morning. I got back here the following day at 2:30 a.m. It was just a nightmare of a trip, but I drove down and I picked this thing up, $4,600 all in. Everything that he had from his racing career is loaded inside here, and I have been waiting and dying to open this thing up and see what's inside. So that's what we're going to do today. This thing is apparently car number 42 on the VIN list. It has been rechassied 2 to 3 times. Still waiting on confirmation of that. Watch out, bud. But it's a little rough. There's a reason why the price was cheap. So I'm going to grab the camera here and try and bring it in a little closer. So this whole trailer came basically preloaded with everything he had from when he was racing this car. We've got old tires, which as you can see are dry rotted to heck. Plenty of old fiberglass fenders. This is actually the guy that I bought it from right here. Let's see if this is from 2003. So the whole trailer is basically just a time capsule from a few years ago. Trying to get some photos on the inside here. So let's go around to the side door over here and watch the steel cable so I don't fall. So this is what I got to see the second I opened the door on this thing a couple months ago actually. It was overwhelming. I did climb inside a little bit and check it out. However, it was a lot. So I mainly did a lot of talking with the guy and just understanding where he came from and what he was into. I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and pull some of this stuff out. And I am hoping to get this car rolled out of the trailer so we can see it in person. Get to see it out in the sunlight a little bit. It has not been out of this trailer in 12 years. It's been in here for a long time. As you can see, the whole grill's caved in. The whole front end's not on it. The carbs are off of it. It was in a crash that he was letting a buddy use it on, and it never got fully reassembled. So we're going to do that. And let me set up the camera so we can start getting this going. All right, so I'm assuming the audio is going to come through okay on this GoPro. I kind of just set it up on this chest mount, which I'm sure you guys will see in the time-lapse video I'm doing of me unloading all this crap that it's just hanging around my neck, kind of goofy, but you know what? It seems to work. So I'm going to pull out stuff, and as I know what stuff is, I'm going to tell you what it is. If I don't know, comment it, tell me, because I don't know. This is all new to me. Like I said, as you can see by the side-by-side, and there's plenty of other dirt toys out here, I'm an off-road guy. This is all new to me. But we're going to figure it out and hopefully have a good time. All right, so these are stands. These actually go underneath the front bumpers and will allow you to lift the car up at the track, kind of pry it up backwards. pretty sweet. I'm glad it came with 2 of them. That's super cool. I didn't, you know, to be honest, I didn't know what all came in this car or in this trailer. I got 4 photos, which I will insert into the video here. Don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. And it just, you know, it was basically a photo from this angle and a photo of the back and 2 photos of the trailer. And on a whim, I decided, let's go figure it out. So it came with everything you see me unloading, and I don't even know what all's in here. We're gonna find out. Looks like a handy dandy fire extinguisher that might have gone off on my way home. Pretty sweet. A couple jack stands. Hammer, we'll just throw that up there. There's a couple air filters. Here's the handle for those things. Some sort of ducting. This looks like in the photo, the very original photo he had in the ad of the last time it was raced, this was attached into the front bumper, which they don't even use that anymore. This is a spare engine that was built by Vance and Hines. He told me that. I don't know. I know it's missing a head stud. Very common issue on these between cylinder 3 and 4. This head stud strips. There's a company that Hank Scott Racing HSR makes a kit to fix that. I'll probably buy it and put that together because who knows, I don't know what the story is with this motor. As you can tell, this grill is just destroyed. Looks like the oil cooler mount got a little bit of it, but that's okay, we're gonna fix it up. All right, so this is the part that's a little overwhelming. We have parts on parts on parts in here. If you could tell, it was missing the front fender on the left side. I have 4 new fenders for the entire car. Not all fenders are really needed. This is a brand new wheel, and why, I don't know. Holy cow, we're getting in here now. So shifter over here on the right, obviously attack, oil temp gauge. This car is a 1200cc air-cooled unsealed motor. So they have a sealed version and an unsealed version. Kind of glad it's an unsealed version. It's going to be way behind the times, but it allows me to kind of work on it myself a little bit. There's an old hood, which I don't know if it's worth trying to save this one. It's pretty ugly up here. Maybe watch a couple Mike Patey videos and watch how he does some fiberglass and carbon work and try and make something happen. This is the old exhaust off the car. So the story behind this car was the old owner, Eric, decided to let his buddy use the car for a trophy dash. And when he did so, unfortunately, his buddy crashed the car. So this is some of the damage from that. You can see where the wheel came in and just smacked it, but it looks like it had some previous damage before that was repaired. He said it doesn't line up at all. This one is definitely messed up, but I think the rest of the tubes might be salvageable. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably gonna be trash. Throw it in the dump, it's okay. Maybe I'll recycle it and get some money back towards the purchase. All right, we can actually walk all the way towards the front now. Spare dash. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that in here. I think this is full of stuff too. In fact, I know it is. Oh yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and go through all these different drawers and cabinets today and see what all's in here, because there's gonna be some stuff. Like, here's his jacket. I wonder if he left anything in the pockets. Didn't even want his jacket back. Look at that, red, white, and blue. Didn't even want it back. This is a setup bar, I believe for checking wheelbase. I think that's what that's for. Old speakers. The trailer's in a little bit of rough shape. You can see some water damage. That might need to get cut out and replaced. I was hoping I could just patch underneath it and strengthen it up. I actually have a AC unit off our motorhome that I might throw in there just to, you know, hot day at the track. Being out here in Central Valley, California, during the summer it gets pretty warm. I need to get some more light in here. Some little bit of airflow. All right, so we almost got this thing ready to air up some tires and get it out. So you can see here the rot. I'll probably end up pulling these panels off right here. Pull these panels back and just section that one little section out. Put in a new piece here, new piece here. This deck is gonna get redone here. I think it's worth it to put a little bit of money into the car or into the trailer, and I think it's a sweet setup. I think all in, this was a killer deal. I love these old NASCAR curtains. My wife loves those too. All right, let's see if we can get this sucker out of here. Ooh, dropping stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze that out the back. All right, I got an idea. So this is going to be a good representation of how this works. So this is going to go up like so. Grab the rear bumper. If I can line it up with one hand here, like so. And normally the tires would have air in them, but of course they don't right now. Again, this thing has been sitting for a really, really long time. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, I think those actually straps are strapping the car down to the ground the way they're set up. So let's pop these loose. Supposedly this is to help straighten frame horns. Ooh, look at that axle is bent. I don't know if that'll show up on camera, but you can see that that tube is just destroyed. All right, let's see. So typically what you'll do is you'll pull this down just like so. And it lifts up the whole back of the car. Whole back of the car's up. Now it's gonna be locked down. If I had air in the tires, they would actually kind of pivot forward and out of the way, but we're just doing this to try and get these housings out. I don't know if either one is good. This one probably is okay. I don't see any major reason. It might be worth it to put a straightening bar in there and check. So now that we're looking at it, I could see even more stuff. You got this massive oil filter, which is funny because I noticed this and I thought, that seems like kind of a big filter. I thought maybe it was just for his filter. Look how old that tube TV thing is. AM, FM, VHF, UHF. Interesting. Old Chicago Electric. See, this is what I'm thinking, is that a lot of the tools are going to be Chicago Electric in here, and that's fine. Free tools are free tools, but you have some no-name stuff. I'm surprised a lot of this stuff stayed in place. Master grip. Okay, let's get this car rolled out first. Then we can go through these cabinets once we got some more space. So some wood that definitely fell off the ceiling. Looks like some more of it here. We're gonna need to air up these tires. What else we got here? Need to get that other rear housing out. He told me that this was a big blower fan that he would use for cooling down the car. So he would set it up just like that in front of the car and blow hot or cold air across the thing with a generator running. Ooh, she's rolling. She's moving a little bit. Maybe I'll keep one a little slightly attached in case it pops out. Pull that wheel chock out of there. All right, we're gonna let this down. Let's get that strap out of there first while we can. More stuff falling off. There we go. Ooh. Grabbed a hold of the camera on that one. All right, we're gonna let this down. So same thing. Now to let it down, roll it out. Probably gonna find some hard wheels for this. But bam, now car's on the ground. Pretty slick little tool. Probably end up needing to use this to move the car around in and out and stuff, but I'll set it over next to this for now. All right, let's see. Looks like just a bunch of trash back in here. That was wedged in. So this is part of the old vent that clearly fell down. Looks like some sort of old oil cooler fan, Denso. Still spins okay. Wonder if it was failed or what. All right, and I know that these are some old door cards, and this looks like a running board. A brand new running board. Look at that. It still has the plastic on it. Oh, that's cool. Not what I was expecting. We'll go ahead and set that up on here too. Is that maybe the replacement for this one? Nope, that's definitely a driver's side, or passenger side, I'm sorry. Technically it's in the center, right? Is it really driver or passenger? Who knows? All right. Grab this out. The floor doesn't feel soft, so that's good. So part of the story with this car is it didn't just hit straight on. It hit as he was turning away. So supposedly this whole side got ripped off the car, but that there wasn't any damage to the front clip. Now to me, this is a different color than this is. This is looking like the original front clip, and this looks like somebody replaced it front clip. Because this color matches the same interior color, which is the chassis color, which I hope you can see that on this camera. So this chassis color matches this color, but does not match the kind of silverish tones here that you get. Yeah, you can see where something came up and smacked here. But the exhaust, the bottom air ducting that they were running doesn't appear to be damaged. There's going to be so much. I think they had the motor out of the car. I looked over there when I was pulling something out and I saw wiring loose. I'll show you that in a minute, but let's keep going here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and air up all these tires. I don't see any reason to waste time with it. So I'll set up the camera to go and pull the F-350 over, and we'll cut this one for now. All right, so for those who don't know, being the desert off-road guy, as you saw by the side-by-side, I built out this truck to be able to chase us at the races. It's a 96 F-350 that I bought when I was in high school. The truck has very low miles, but gets used and abused, and always has. Let's see if it'll start. It's been a while. Oh yeah, perfect. Don't mind this, that happens every time. I converted this truck to a 5-speed right before going to college, for the little bit of college I did do. Always dreamed of having one of these trucks, 4-wheel drive, 5-speed, 4-door long bed, and I got very, very good chance to be able to pick one of these up at a screaming deal back in the day before the prices got artificially inflated by these. But let's see. So I'm gonna back on up close, and I've got this sweet little setup. We're gonna flip on the switch. just like that, we're gonna be airing up in no time. That little compressor I found on Amazon a while back, and it puts out some air. You can literally like blow stuff out with it. It's pretty impressive. Oh yeah, there you go. That one's really taking some air in now. You can see the floor is kind of sagging here, but it still feels solid, so hopefully I don't need to make any repairs to the floor. All right. Yeah, look at this. Just this little air compressor. I can literally blow out stuff with it. Pretty sweet. I love this little thing. Look at that. Look at all the dust on there. Holy cow. Very last one. I don't know if I'll be able to reach this way. Oh. Oh yeah, she's rolling. I do not know if it's in gear or not. I left a wheel chock in the back just to be safe. Alright, before we go over there, let's grab these out. Those are some sweet old doors. Just hang on to those. Those might have to go on a wall somewhere. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the truck and turn off the compressor. Pull this guy back in. Pull this guy out. Here's what I was talking about. You can see all this wiring appears to be disconnected. Now, I mean, it might just be as simple as plugging it in. I don't know. But it tells me that the motor was probably out of this car. He did tell me that that motor was referred to as a grenade, meaning that they were built with specific intention of not lasting a long time, but being fast. He doesn't know how many nights are on it. He does know that it was quick, so hopefully it lasts a couple nights. I just want to go out and do some practice runs on it. If I can do that, then that'd be great. All right, let's see. Just for those interested, nitrogen bottle for off-road racing, shocks, crane controller. I can do a whole thing on this whole truck. This whole truck is set up. I built my own crane in the back here. Don't mind all the trash. It's getting ready for a dump run. Built my own electric over hydraulic crane. This whole side is done out with supplies and stuff too. So if you guys are interested, like, comment, hell, give me a subscribe. I'm super excited to do this journey and see what we got. Gosh, it looks so cool being able to see this like that. All right, I think we're ready to try and roll this sucker out. Feels crazy to say. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. All right, let's move this so I don't smack the camera with it, run over the camera. I'm guessing that the brakes are trash, so we'll use this wheel chock here. I'm gonna pull off some of this other stuff here that I forgot to bring out. Just toss it up here for now with this other trash I've been collecting. This looks like a harness bar, so that's peculiar. Wondering if there's no harness. Can't wait to go through these cabinets and see all the parts. I know that's full of stuff. I think that's an air compressor. That big round thing right here cutting through the door looks like an air compressor, and I just can't wait to go through it. Yeah, see, here's that Vance and Hines sticker. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just so excited. Let's see. Oh yeah, does not appear to be in gear. Seems to roll really smooth. You would hope. It's a race car, but it has been sitting for a minimum of 12 years. we are in gear. It's a lot of play for being in gear, huh? So I'm gonna guess that it is 1 down, 5 up. And the shifter is not connected. That is not doing anything for me. So here, just a little visual. Here's my shifter in here. And so far that's doing nothing. It just hits a wall. So that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. I'm gonna guess that it's probably disconnected. Probably disconnected because of the motor being out. Let's see, so here is our linkage. I can barely even see that. Which means if I can barely see it, I know you guys can barely see it. All right, I think that's it. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I think that's what I was caught on, was this strap. I think that's what I was hitting. Let's see. Yep, so now we are in gear. So let's come back 1. Ow, that was my head on the corner. All right, so that's it. Undo this strap. I was worried it was going to run away on us. Undo that strap and see what happens here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Finally getting to pull this thing out into daylight. It's been months and months of excitement. All right, let's see if this thing will run away on us. Look at that thing. I gotta get some photos for myself. This thing is just too sweet. You know, I kind of like the black and white wheels. Not gonna lie, or black wheels with the rest of the car. I thought I was gonna only want to put white ones on after the photo I saw, but all right, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go for it, and hopefully, yeah, this thing's so light. There we go. Guess I need to pull the trailer a little farther forward. It's longer than I thought, but look at this thing. You cannot tell me that this isn't cool. That front end is gonna look so much better. Hey guys, this is Bella, this is Goose, and that one is Gunner, who's scared of everything, but you know what? That's okay, he's only a year. Hi, Goose. Hi, bud. All right, check this thing out, guys. Oh, it looks so cool. Man, I wish I could run it without front fenders. Ooh, I do have to admit, if you guys haven't been able to tell, based off of that truck, you guys knowing that I race a Ranger, this, unfortunately, is a Chevy, and it is the only Chevy I have ever owned. Obviously, that emblem doesn't match, but this is a 37 Chevy coupe, or a sedan body. I'm sorry, not coupe. Sedan body. You know, I wasn't super stoked on it being a Chevy sedan, but gosh, I think I really like the look of it. Oh, this thing is too cool. All right, I think I need to try and sit in it. I can figure out how to open the door. So there's a latch in here. See if I can take off this GoPro I've been wearing. We'll stop the footage on that. Really hope that comes out with some good good video, because, all right, so that needs to be cleaned up. Look at this thing. All right, so a little bit of fuzzies and some wrap hoop maybe. It's okay. We'll get that all cleaned out eventually. What do you think that is? Your guess is as good as mine. So I have never sat in one of these. I am 5'10", and I don't know if I'll fit well, but that's okay. We're going to figure it out. On, off, look at that. No power. Go figure. All right, here we go. All right, it's actually not nearly as bad as I was thinking. Seat's a little tight, but not a bad start. It's, ooh. Okay, brakes are rock solid. I probably shouldn't have done that. There's the clutch. Feels like it's also rock solid. I got nothing there. There's my throttle. That's connected to something. So that's interesting. So the brakes are, so you can 2-foot, I guess. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Sorry. So it's got one on either side. I don't know if that's even focusing enough. One on either side right there. I'll try and zoom in. Zoom in and focus. Let's see if it'll do it. There it goes. So I am not going to be able to drive this in boots. And I might need to get a big boy chassis or a big boy kit. So the big boy kit, let me turn this thing around. All right, so the big boy kit would actually give you more room in here. It moves these bars right behind the seat back a little bit further so that the whole seat can go back, which would give me more leg room. I don't know if you can even see that, but nope, you can't. My legs are cramped. Not terrible, but definitely kind of tight. Oop. I was showing you for a second. This thing's pretty sweet. I'm super stoked. It's something I've always been interested in for the last couple of years, something that is a little bit different than off-road racing. I'm excited to give it a shot, and this is really cool to sit in it. Definitely going to need to figure out the seating arrangement. It's got to change a little bit, but that's okay. So this door opens. Why? I don't know. What are you doing? Climbing over the shifter? No. But this isn't connected to anything, so we'll have to figure that out. I'm guessing that after the car got wrecked, they just did a front clip, put the roller stuff back on, and that's it. Just parked it in the trailer. Kind of unfortunate, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how much it actually takes. I'm not afraid of a little project. I'm also noticing this plate down here isn't riveted, but the chassis didn't look too bent. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. It's been a long afternoon. I'm sure the wife's waiting for me inside to hang out and relax a little bit. So thanks for hanging out, watching along. I'm sure this video is going to get cut up, but if you guys want to subscribe, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, ask me any questions. Teach me something. I don't know anything about these other than they look like a good time. I can race them 20 minutes from my house. I'm excited. All right, guys, thanks for following along. Tune in next time to Mudwild Motorsports, where we're going to figure out something else to do with this car. Thanks, guys.